And in my opinion, this is totally disgusting. I do not agree with any of this. I would never do this to my worst enemy. And you know I've got a horrible enemy on TikTok. Someone I really hate, but I would never do this to this person. It's unlawful, inhumane, and disgusting. Do you know what? It is horrific.
Yo, what is up, guys? Today we're back with a quick video on this UK TikToker, Elphaba. Getting into this, once again, it's unbelievable. Not only has she had her hand in some political activism, some friendship drama, some relationship drama, she's had her phone stolen, she's even being tracked down, is that the word? By one Only Tony. Now, this Only Tony situation, I see it as almost like Batman versus the Joker. It's like they need each other to survive. But join me today as we sit on the outside of it all and observe the happenings of TikTok. My name's Murray Zani, and let's explore the wonderfully weird world of the web together. First of all, let me hand it over to my good friend Elphaba to explain the whole situation.
Good evening, TikTok. I would like to make a video regarding the recent posters put about me over the country. So this week, out of all the blue, there's been people messaging me saying that there's going to be posters put about me all over Manchester, Nottingham.
I've actually taken the liberty to basically grab one of these posters, and you see that little barcode there? I was brave enough to scan it on my phone. I did do that. So let's take a look at what the poster says. As we can see here, I've managed to grab the enhanced version of that poster, and here we go. We've got the posters that Mr. Only Tony, or as I like to call him, TikTok's equivalent of Batman. He's not the hero we need, but he's the one that we deserve. Okay, let's. So I do not recommend that you scan anything, any QR code on the streets or whatever. I'm just at liberty to do it because I'm a professional journalist. So let's take a look at this. Let's read the whole thing. Sobriety Jack. Now, I don't know who Sobriety Jack is, so you know what? Let's just focus on Elphaba here. But he's just done that. That's crazy. Big if true. Let's move on to Elphaba. Elphaba Orion Doherty produces triggering content, faking disabilities, autism, Tourette's, and seizures for financial gain. It has also been brought to our attention that although no charges have yet been brought against her, she has admitted to sending beep 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 to pickaxe things. Oh my gosh, and frequents a number of online children's games where she's able to request friendship and interact. Now, that actually plays into what we observed in our last video of Elphaba, where she allegedly had a Roblox account. And allegedly, there was someone on her Roblox friends list who is basically underage. Now, I'm stepping out of this. I don't think it should be a crime to just be on Roblox per se, but if you're going on Roblox and you're above the age of 16 and you're going on there to purposefully add a bunch of pickaxe people, then you're not right. You're not right. So don't do that. Okay? Keep children safe. Those are the posters that this Only Tony person is basically running around the whole of the UK and putting up everywhere, giving to corner shop people, giving to hospitals. He's really determined in his mission. Now, he really is like the vigilante type. I don't know if anyone watched Arrow when that was out, and you had Oliver Queen going around with his bow and arrow, and he's like, "You have failed this city," and then going around vigilanteing, and the police were like going after him because you're not supposed to be a vigilante. That's kind of my perspective of this, you know. I don't think we should glorify vigilanteism, but you know, like Batman says, not the hero we need, but the one that we deserve. Elphaba got her hands on one of these posters, and as we're about to look at, shows her audience them and basically eggs them on to rip them down or tear them down. And she has an attempt of that herself.
How would you actually go about this? How would you deal with that? And do you know how I've dealt with it? I've called the police. They're on their way to mine now anyway. I think I've basically done the right thing.
What else can Elphaba do? It's like, if you don't call the police and she tries to deal with it without calling the police herself, someone else is going to call the police on her anyways. So her calling the police and potentially self-reporting is probably the best line of action for her to go down. I really cannot think of any route that she could go down that would lead to a better result. I feel like her contacting the police, and if she is innocent in all this or whatever, and she is innocent and the police feel like they're obliged to help her, then they're obliged to help her. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not a police officer. I don't know, it's just like when all else fails, just go to them. Just go to them if you are subject to what Elphaba is being subjected to. Because let's first take Elphaba's innocence out of question. If you were to have someone basically become a vigilante to hunt you down personally and to spread awareness about you personally, you'd probably be a bit scared and you'd probably call the police as well. Like, innocence aside, you'd probably do the exact same thing. So I can't fault Elphaba for going to the police about this. However, I'm not saying what only Tony is doing is completely wrong. I just think if anyone else is going to take that line of action, be very certain about the person's innocence or not. Just, that's all I'm saying. We don't want to make this into a trend where someone else will think, oh, what only Tony is doing is such a good idea, right? This person I don't really like on TikTok, I think they're a bit weird, so I'm going to print out a bunch of pictures and I'm just going to go and put them up everywhere around my village so everyone knows to hate that person. We really don't want to start that trend because you might be accidentally doing it about people who may be innocent, because we do live in a time and age where who knows what's true on the internet anymore. We're just fed stuff without any sources, without any proper hardcore evidence, and it's not our job. It's not our job to be Batman, alright? If it was our job to be Batman, there would be loads of Christian Bales out there, there'd be loads of Tony Starks out there, there'd be loads of Oliver Queens out there, there would be loads of Supermen out there, but there isn't. Okay? We're not Batman. We can never be Batman. And I think some people were also inspired by that new show like Jack Reacher or something. We're not Jack Reacher either. Okay? Okay? Right. Just want to get that out there. Just in case. But anyways.
Read it to us. Okay. It has come to our attention that parents and guardians should be aware of an individual commonly known as Elphaba. Posting, live streaming, and streaming inappropriate content. Elphaba has triggered many about lying, having autism, Tourette's, and also faking seizures for financial gain, extremely distressing for viewers to watch. It goes more deep, which I'm not going to discuss on live because I already know that's a lie, and I'm not going to be repeating that kind of stuff. But this. So, does anyone remember? I'm gonna react to this for you. Do you remember when I was doing this on my eye? How many of you? I put a bit of eyeshadow. This is what I did actually. I'll show you. And I did this, right? And I went, and the people who don't understand, because that bit got clipped, they thought I was faking a seizure. I have never in my entire life.
I haven't seen that clip. I don't care to see that clip. And it's interesting that Elphaba has skipped out on all the other things on the poster, like we've seen, and just is going to ignore it. But let's continue.
And will continue to not. I will never, ever fake a seizure. What that context of that video was, and I actually posted proof on it in my story like ages ago at the time, but it's old stuff coming up now. It was actually an eyeshadow brush on my eye that went in my eye, because I did it wrong, obviously, the makeup routine, and I blinked up, and I was like, but I did it very fast. So I was like, get out my eye, get out my eye, because when you blink, you have to get the makeup out your eye. So what I did was this. So I went like, boom, boom, boom. It's going in my eye now. But like, do you understand? Like, I have to be so careful now because this is what people do and this is what they frame me for.
Like I've said before, anything to do with makeup, anything to do with whatever, I get, my cis male brain turns off.
Now the autism thing, I'm going to address to you right now as well. The autism thing, we all know what I've said in the past. I've already addressed this, and I really hope that you all want to go look back at what I've addressed. But I actually think, and other people think, I am, and I have been told this by a professional themselves in the past, I am 100% suspected autistic.
I'm 100% suspected autistic. No, you reserve the 100%. You reserve that for when you are confirmed autistic, not 100% suspected autistic, because actually, maybe 100% of people do suspect you of having autism, and maybe that is the truth. So I just recommend, Elphaba, just get diagnosed. Get diagnosed, because neither me nor anyone else who doesn't have a PhD or doesn't have a medical license or isn't a doctor or a nurse, none of us regular people have the authority to diagnose you or not diagnose you. Look, if anyone feels like they have autism, instead of just using that feeling as your identity, just go and get diagnosed. Then, you know, people see you as that, and just don't parade it around if you haven't been officially diagnosed. I think that's just the safest bet. I'm not saying it's not good to have autism, but go get diagnosed to confirm you have it. Okay, Elphaba? That's how we avoid this situation in the future.
Let's face it, I'm the most bluntest person. I be blunt without being meaning to. I have a special interest from Wicked. I struggle with friendships and relationships. I'm too trusting. I stim. It's pretty obvious. Come on. But they're saying I'm lying about it. So we can cross those two off the list. 100%. I don't care about people's opinions. I get everyone's experiences are different, and it's a wide spectrum.
Right, but what about the Roblox? Listen, I need to know, is the Roblox true? Why are you playing Roblox as a 20-year-old woman? That's all I need to know.
But I generally feel like I am on the spectrum, and that's nothing to be ashamed of. I'm just going to get that sorted. So professionally, I will get that seen to, but I don't need to publicise that, and I won't be publicising my journey with that. I will just do that privately with myself and find that for myself, because I feel like once I get that diagnosis, then you can all shut up about that. The faking seizures, financial this is just ridiculous. And this stuff as well. I can't believe this. This is kind of a stupid way to put a poster up as well. Like, why would you put that on it?
She ignored the Roblox. She ignored the Roblox.
You know, yeah, I've already explained the Tourette's thing as well. Please understand that. I've apologised. I will continue to apologise. So I think I was 17 years old. Go look at my past videos when I addressed it. You can look at Elphaba addresses Tourette's. You just go find that. And just please go look.
So that's the whole poster in itself, and what it says and what is being plastered around the UK by this fella, Only Tony. Let's uncover a bit more about how Elphaba feels about the situation.
Messaging me, saying that there's going to be posters put about me all over Manchester, Nottingham, London, Bristol, all the places pretty much in the UK. And I just want to raise awareness to show how harassing and stalking this is. And I want to say, please do not believe a single word that comes out of that poster's mouth.
The poster is an inanimate object. It does not have a mouth. It really does feel like Elphaba's entering her Joker era here. Like playing with words, creating riddles. I'm not sure what's going on.
People who want to say they're protecting children, right? I would like for you to do a DBS check yourself. And I would like to have you share that on live stream. And on top of that, if you are against gifting, then why are you earning gifts on your live stream? It just doesn't make sense to me, like, why you're earning gifts on a live stream if you're so against gifting and you're against people sending you money, but you're the one earning gifts yourself. And this is to raise awareness to TikTok Task Force.
See, that's the classic, oh, it's not me, it's them. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It's just, I don't think that's the main problem that they have. I don't think the main problem that they have is someone earning money from gifters on TikTok, which is the whole idea of it. They're more annoyed about the other stuff labelled on the poster. The stuff to do with the pickaxe things and the fakings of the symptoms and the conditions. That's the main thing that they have the issue with. Not the fact that you make money on TikTok.
Or, as you know, TikTok Power Rangers, who are ruining people's mental health and not actually protecting children. If you wanted to protect children and to protect...
It's also strange that she's putting up these like pictures for a fraction of a second at a time. It's almost like being hypnotized. It's almost like, you know, we're watching this screen and it's like, plunk, plunk, blonk, there's a thing, blonk, mental health, there's a thing, blonk, there's a thing. It's very interesting, the method that she's gone to do this.
On the app, you could actually go on your account and tell people to toggle the 18 plus on the account. On top of that, instead of harassing someone and stalking someone and traveling to their city and making them feel threatened, instead what you could do is go to the police straight away and not do this. If I was such a threat to you, and if I was such a threat to people, why haven't you reported me to the police? In result to this,
I believe people definitely have reported you to the police. I think they definitely have. All I see now on my For You page, thanks to Elphaba, is other people talking about Elphaba. And I see these conversations where people are like, yes, the police have been notified of Elphaba's behaviour and I've given them text, I've given them the evidence, I've given them this. So everyone has picked Elphaba as the bad guy for all of these things, which there may or may not be hard evidence for. Again, I'm not a policeman. I'm not an FBI agent, alright? I'm just a lad on the internet conveying my opinions on this, okay? Don't come to me for any justice to be served. That's all I'll say.
This situation, I have ended up calling the police myself. I was on a whole hour phone call right here.
Oh wow, that's good. Oh no, sorry. I just noticed the Elphaba. I just noticed the witch. Wow, that witch blurred background. That really is her spirit animal. It's good that she called 101 as well. If you ever want to make a police phone call and it's gonna be about something like posters and stuff, call this number. Call 101. 999 is strictly for emergencies.
Talking to the police, and they will be investigating this further. To these stalkers and these people who are just harassing, it is not okay to belittle someone's life like this and to make them feel small in their life. I want to come on live, do a proper, mature, calm video because I feel like that's very important to do so. I have become so desensitized now that I'm just like, yeah, let's do this. It's just kind of like a yeah moment for me. Like, I'm so used to this kind of stuff. I hope to anyone.
It's kind of good and kind of sad at the same time. This is what I mean when I say Elphaba is a tried and tested TikTok veteran. Elphaba is used to all this stuff. So please don't take it in your own hands to start making TikToks, to start basically going up to Elphaba in the street, or start going up to random people in the street, or start putting posters up everywhere about people, because Elphaba can clearly handle it. I'm glad that she's able to handle it with such decorum, whatever's going on. However, I can understand how it's also fearful that, you're being accused of a bunch of stuff, and whether she's innocent or guilty, I don't know. All I can do is respect the way that she's keeping her chill. That's it, really. But we'll go into this. A lot of points, they're not aligning. The fact that she's not addressing the Roblox thing is really getting on my nerves.
I will now be sharing your responses on the situation, and I want to say thank you so much.
I will now be sharing my responses on the situation. Okay. That's interesting. I mean, look, that's an interesting method. It's an interesting method. I mean, if you want to support Elphaba, that is your prerogative. I wouldn't even say we're any better over here than any of the supporters. We're the ones giving her attention. We're the one making these hour-long videos sometimes about her. Again, if you want to stay safe and just observe things from the outside, just stay here with us. I really don't recommend you abseil into the bottom of the belly of the beast and interact with this stuff yourself. I really do not recommend it. I say stay as far away from TikTok as you possibly can. It's a ravenous platform that doesn't give rise to anything healthy at all.
So much for the support, my Green Army, my people who do support me and support my movement. And my movement is all about being yourself, standing for what's right, and not having people harass you and stalking you. Because it seems to me this force around TikTok, I have a huge platform, right? So I would never really talk about this because, I'm too busy. I have to talk about this. Only reason why I say that is because they are now trying to ruin my life, stop me entering places, stop me doing things. If I was such a threat to the public, don't you think the police would have dealt with me by now? And it's been over a year and a half.
I will say another way that you stop people calling you up and getting you kicked out of places is to not live stream 24/7. Don't live stream your life 24/7. And also to stay out of any situation whilst you're inebriated, Elphaba. That's all I'll say, because again, we can link all of these incidents to you having some form of like inebriation, some form of just, some form of toxic, unhealthy behavior leads to more toxic, unhealthy behavior. So let's just, nip it all in the bud. Have a break. Just stop live streaming. And if there are people watching this who love to frequent TikTok, I say stay away from TikTok as well. Also, don't let your kids on TikTok. Don't let your kids on TikTok. I agree with Only Tony. Keep your children safe away from TikTok, just in general. It's a TikTok is not a children's app. TikTok is like, do you remember Pinocchio and he leads all those little children to Pleasure Island? That's what TikTok is. It's literally Pleasure Island. So do not take your kids there. Do not allow them to frequent just don't. Just please, I beg you, just delete it from their phone.
I have faced some allegations in the past due to my platform being so huge. Now, these allegations have been...
You know what? Let me lead from example. If you type in TikTok on my phone, look, there you go. Look, TikTok there. You see that? There's nothing. I don't have it on my phone. You have Ticketmaster for concerts, for going outside, for enjoying yourself. Listen to some music. Type in TikTok, there's nothing there. TikTok, there's nothing. Delete it from your phone. That's my advice. That's genuinely my advice to anyone watching this. I only use TikTok on my computer, and even that's it. And even then, it's just to make a video. It's just to create something. So I'm leading by example. That's my example. That's my ethos. Keep TikTok off your phone, especially if you're a child. Okay? Good. Awesome. Let's continue.
False, and I am completely innocent in the situation. If I was a Pedro or if I was a groomer...
Oh, poor Pedro, man. Don't associate Pedro with the other word. Come on, man. We need to think of a different word. All the other words that I could think aren't good words. Okay, just poor Pedro, man. Okay, we're sorry, Pedro. We don't think that you're affiliated with Elphaba's actions in any way.
I can't say the actual word because I might get me banned. Don't you think I would have been arrested by now by the police? It's giving LGBTQ plus hatred. Now, recently, I have just seen a beautiful drag queen who got a
Oh, right. So now she's gonna ignore the Roblox point and be like, oh, it's just hatred against the LGBTQ plus. No, you can't use that as an excuse. Don't use that as an excuse until you've addressed everything on that poster. Okay? No, that's a null point. Don't drag those beautiful people into this. Okay? Don't drag them into this.
Accused of being called a groomer, and she sued him. This is happening, and I'm a victim of this. This happens to a lot of trans people, a lot of people with a platform, because the people who don't have a platform, who are hateful towards LGBTQ plus, are jealous towards my platform and my attention that I am getting, because they're not getting it themselves. Could be money, it could be platform, it could be fame, it could be things like that.
Now we have Elphaba flip-flopping it back into her usual narcissism, like, look at me, look how many followers I've got, look how much money I've got, look at this, look at that, I'm actually really good, and they're really they're just jealous because they don't have half of what I've got. We need to move past that point, and address the Roblox. I'm serious.
I just personally want to say, I wish everyone love, I wish everyone support and peace, because there's enough crap in this world and we don't need more crap. And I wanted to come on and say that please don't believe a single word of these posters, and if you do see these posters, please do take them down if you do see them, and I'd really appreciate that with all my heart. You are incredible people, and when I meet people in a nightclub in real life and I'm chill, I'm such a chill person deep down. Everyone who knows me in real life, they know that I'm just such a chill person, especially Evil Queen and people like that who I know are fellow creators who know me personally, and they know that I'm nothing like that.
It's good to know that Evil Queen and Elphaba are still getting on. I still wonder how long that's going to last. Birds of a flock, they must fly together. And I really hope that Evil Queen can blow some wind under Elphaba's wings and keep her flying afloat. You know, we all need camaraderie out there. We all need friendship, and we shouldn't take that away from anyone. And if you want to be friends of the Murray's Annie channel, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It's lovely to see everyone new here. I hope everyone sticks around for the journey through the web that we're going through. And one day, maybe you all won't be the same. Maybe one day Elphaba might change. Who knows? Or maybe only Tony might get his desires. Who knows what's going to happen in the future? So stick around, because we're going to be covering it. Every last bit of it.
I cannot believe I'm in a situation where I have stalkers and people who are so obsessed with me, who will sit on live stream for hours on end, driving 5 hours across the country just to put a picture of my face on someone else's fucking business. A pole, a wall, just to feel good about themselves and get a buzz out of the thrill of the drama. This isn't to raise awareness. This is a vigilante group that just gets pissed off when...
Oh, there's the word, vigilante. It really does remind me, because even their logo reminds me of something like, it reminds me of something out of a TV show that's going on. It reminds me of something that's going on, like, out of an episode of EastEnders. This doesn't feel real. None of this feels real to me. So my advice to everyone who is just observing this reality, don't dip your toes in. Don't engage in any conversation about it. Don't talk to others about it. Just observe. Just observe, because they're not your friends. Elphaba is not your friend. The TikTok Task Group UK is not your friends. There's just see them as just, you know, just like people on your little screen that you really don't have to worry about, and you should keep your children away from. Everyone, all of them. TikTok, just stop. Just don't let your children engage in with anyone from this community. Anyone. That's all I'll say, because it's scary out there. Okay?
And people go against them. So there was a mother that got accused of being a bad mother, and they were questioned. I won't be mentioning the names of these people in the video, but there was a mother who was accused of being called a horrible bad parent mother, and she got threatened to have a poster about her, and it could be you as well. And this is why I'm saying it's like, these people need to be stopped. And I want to also let everyone know that I'm legally on that, and this out, because this is not okay to be doing this to people, innocent people, and people who are going through mental health crisis as well. I personally would never go out of my way, print a poster and mention people's pasts or lies or extreme exaggerated drama lies just to get a buzz out of it.
They're doing much more than that. I was watching a video from Only Tony, and he also was stating that he does so many lives that are like hours and hours and hours long, but I caught a little bit of one. He said he wants to get one of those screens, you know, one of those, like, you drive along the motorway and then you got one of those cars with like a big screen on it. So they're planning to do that with Elphaba and a bunch of these other people that they deem villainous. So yeah, they're really quite vindicated in their mission. Innocence aside, they are doing far more than posters
in the country just to spread lies and to make someone else's life a living hell. If you want to go the correct way about it and to report, do it the right way instead of actually taking the law into your own hands, because this is actually criminal. This is a malicious communication and harassment and stalking under the eyes of the law. So I want to say thank you so much. Now here are your responses. Thousands of people do not agree with you. And
oh my gosh. Can we get an action replay on that one?
I want to say thank you so much. Now here are your responses.
She either could not find people that agreed with her, or she made quite a big editing mistake. Elphaba, when you're making YouTube videos, you're making long 10-minute videos like this, be sure to just skim through every little bit for mistakes. Look, I make a bunch of editing mistakes myself, so I can completely understand, you know, if you're trying to edit on a phone, how difficult that is to scrub through, and then sort of like, you know, for every bit to add media for everything that you're talking about. I struggle on the hour-long videos that we do on Elphaba to really make sure that everything's in its right spot. So Elphaba not being able to do it on a 10-minute video, it's completely understandable that she might have just forgot to add the pictures, but that is quite a glaring mistake to make when you're making such a big point. You really do want to make it look like people support you, because now I'm just confused.
And my people will continue to take them down. I don't need to do it. My people will do it for me.
Okay, well, the Elphaba Army, she's making the Elphaba Army sound like people that I don't want to mess with. So, if you're Elphaba's Army out there and you're walking out in the freezing cold and you're tearing down pictures for Elphaba, make sure you're getting paid. Make sure you're getting paid. Do not labour away for something like that for free. Just don't do that. Just don't get involved in it. If you see posters, just I don't know, ignore this whole situation. Please do not become personally invested in this for Elphaba. Like, that's all I'll say. Let Elphaba deal with all this stuff on her own. If Elphaba has any young fans out there and they're going to take it upon themselves to put on their jacket, to, you know, get their, like, adhesive spray so they can take down these, like, pictures and posters and stuff, and they're not getting paid, please don't do it. Get a paper round or something. Get a paper round. It's pretty much the same thing, except you get a little bit of money for it. Okay? Thank you.
I love you so much, everyone. Thank you for watching, and have a blessed day. And also to businesses.
She literally just almost ended it on a cliffhanger there. She was like, oh, and thank you, everyone. Have a blessed day. Yet there's still 3 minutes of this left. She juked us out. There's like an extra part. There's like an end credit scene.
And also to businesses, if you do end up getting emails and people messaging you, I do have a really high profile in the UK. I have over 400,000 followers and loads and loads of views. This video will probably get a lot of views, as you know, so please do share this everywhere where I do go. And if I do end up getting banned for online reasons, that is totally unfair. Now, if I was to be banned for things that happen in the venue, I respect that. Respect the ban. I respect that ban if you ban me for things that happen inside the venue if I cause any problems. But what I don't respect is that people believing things they see online.
She's like, oh yeah, to all those clubs out there that I love to frequent, please don't ban me because I've got loads of followers. Elphaba, if you're banned from these clubs, think of it as a good thing. We don't need you at the clubs. We don't need you at the clubs drinking your life away, destroying your body and making a mockery of yourself. We don't need it, and that's what clubs lead to. And that goes for everyone. Clubs aren't a good place. That's it. That's the message we're pushing here at Murray's Annie. Stay out the clubs and stay out the smoking area.
This has happened to a lot of creators in the past that have fallen to victim of this, and it's just basically taken my right away to enter places that I don't even cause any problems to. Now, there have been some beautiful businesses that I've been able to enter into, and they know me and they're so kind. So I do want to say,
yes, there have been some beautiful businesses that I've been allowed to go into. One of the ones that I really love is Pop World. The music's just so perfect, and those Jaeger bombs that they sell that aren't really Jaeger bombs are just so cheap. Stay out of Pop World.
Say a shout out to those people, and thank you so much for understanding that I do get a lot of hate online, and to people who have offered me gigs and places like that in the past and have gone through those emails and effed them off. And I really respect that. Thank you so much, because, you know, I face a lot of hate online, but you know what? I'm 19 years old and I'm strong, and I won't stop going and keep doing my journey. And in my opinion, this is totally disgusting. I do not agree with any of this. I would never do this to my worst enemy. And you know I've got a horrible enemy on TikTok, someone I really hate, but I would never do this to this person. It's unlawful, inhumane, and disgusting. Do you know what? It is horrific to be experiencing this kind of harassment. And I will say this to the day I die. Trans rights, human rights, and I deserve to have rights as well, to live a normal life like the rest of you. Thank you for watching, everyone, and I do appreciate your support. I had to make a video just to raise awareness for this horrible, disgusting terror group against me.
Horrible, disgusting terror group? No, don't conflate them with... They're not laying bombs on, like, buildings and stuff. They're you know, they're not... What are they? Yeah, no, they're not a disgusting terror group. They're not blowing up buildings. They're not, you know, they're not massacring people. They're a vigilante group. I'll give you that. But they're definitely not a terror group. I hope that they don't go as far to terrorizing anyone. They're just going about raising awareness in a very unique way that I have yet to see before. And in the UK, you know, the methods we have, they're very lackluster. Let's say that. You see the French when they're protesting, they've got their idea right when they want to make a change. But over here, when we want to make a change, we do next to nothing, really. So to conflate that with a terror group, no, don't do that.
And this is what I say. To these people, karma will get them legally. I'm not here to cause violence. I'm not here to cause harm. I am here just to live and exist and to have my life untampered with. These people are the ones who are very jealous of my following, and it's just so sad to see, because you could be doing so much more. You could be singing, you could be doing your things, content, but why do you have to resort to this? Me. All over your platform, when you could just be showing your own talent. I hope this response video was helpful to some people, because obviously I haven't responded to it yet. And also, I will not be talking about them ever again after this video. I just wanted to address this and let that be, and have that video out there, and make sure that you all understand that this is insane to have about you. Imagine you had a poster about you. Everyone was looking around and thinking you're something horrible or something.
And it cuts off there. Okay, well, if you're a budding young creator and you're creating content for a few years and you ever find yourself in a similar position as Elphaba, handling it in that kind of way is probably the best thing you can do. Probably the only thing you can do. So what happens next, we will see. We will see. It really does seem that, yeah, this is having a slight toll on Elphaba's mental health. She's even going slightly Joker mode, like I mentioned before.
But no, you are. Don't be rude. You are. Don't be throwing that name around, darling, with me. I'll throw you. I'm like a mirror of your actions. Do you understand? Dog. Call me a dog. I don't care about being called a dog. I'm your dog. Raw.
Oh my gosh, it's scarier than the Joker. Matt Reeves, if you're listening to this for your next Batman movie, Batman 3, that's who you should base your next comic book adaptation on for the Joker. Oh my gosh, that struck the utmost amount of fear into my heart.
No, I'm God. Backwards. How do you sound God about sound like an asshole? Sorry.
Do you see what I mean? Elphaba's going full Joker mode. Oh my lordy. Elphaba really, is losing it. Elphaba is losing it.
Raw. Anyway, how are you? I'm good, babe. I'm good. I'm actually alright. The chat's making me laugh a bit, to be honest. It's kind of cheering me up, actually. Dogs don't roar. They do, yes. Back in the dinosaur days, they used to roar.
Dogs back in the dinosaur days used to roar. Instead of just saying you're wrong. I mean, they go rah, rah. I mean, they woof. Dogs woof, but I don't understand. It's just such a null point. We're not talking about dogs. We're talking about you potentially being an alien versus predator. Oh my gosh, man.
Then they would eat you, so you'd be dead. You would know that. Yeah. They were called velociraptors.
No, I don't think dogs were velociraptors I think chickens might have been dinosaurs back in the day. I think that's the closest we have to it. I think chickens and alligators and what do they call them? Those things that, like, those lizard things that, like, have, like, that saliva. Like, they're very close to dinosaurs as well, but not dogs. Dogs are definitely like a genetic mutation that we've made. Dogs are our fault. I think there's a parable in that somewhere.
Favorite drink on my night out. Oh, I like a Malibu Coke, but I also like a Malibu Pineapple, you know. Absolutely, I love that, you know.
No, don't you dare promote alcohol to your audience. That's like, I'm vehemently against it. Stop. That's it. Bad. I'm terrible.
Gang signs? What? Oh no, that's just like a crown in my turf. Do I look gangster if I do that? No, I don't really. It's just a crown. There's nothing gangster about having a crown in your turf. Nothing gangster. It's very, just shows your teeth are unhealthy and you need a bit of, like, a false tooth. So, yeah. Gifts are drying up. I'm getting gifts left, right, and centre. How many diamonds have I made? I've made 2k diamonds and I've already just started a live stream. Not bad. So thank you to everyone for sending the gifts. I love you. You know what I feel like TikTok does? And I don't know if you agree with this. PS for Green Heart. Now, us humans in real life, right? We're like real out here, but online, people like to stir the pot. And it's like, what the fuck? Go away. Weirdos. You know what I mean? I haven't seen any gifts that are huge anymore. It doesn't really fucking matter, to be honest. This is the thing I say. Like, gifts are never to be expected. They are to be given generously by someone from their own free will. You understand? Do you know what I got the other day? I got an octopus, and that's 10,000 coins. Someone sent that to me because they like me. And this is what I say.
This era we're living in, I really do fear. I do fear for the youth. If they're growing up with this, and people are like, "Oh, someone sent me an octopus the other day for 10,000 coins." What does that lead to? What does that lead our society to? And she earned those coins with this kind of behaviour. It makes me sick. It makes me sick.
People can be like, "Oh, gifts are drying up. Gifts are drying up." My views aren't drying up though. Yeah, that fucking A. I'm sorry. That A. Yeah, no. That A. That fucking A. I had to say that. That A. My views aren't drying up though. Are they? They aren't.
And she always brings it back to, oh, my views, my followers, my platform, you know, ignoring all of it. And just be like, look, I've just got so many viewers, and that's the reason I'm a good person. No, we're not ignoring the Roblox. But you know how we do things on Murray Zanny. We always like to end it on an etherical, fantastical, mythical, magical, unseen, unforetold note. We really like to end on a mythical tale, don't we? So Elphaba, within all of this, talks about finding her faith once again. Let's hear what Elphaba has to say this time.
You, all my life with people, honestly. That's my new thing I'm saying with people when I meet them. God bless you, because I think what I want to do is not get into a religion, but kind of like find God, because I feel like that might be good for me. And I'm very spiritual. I'm a spiritual person. I believe in a lot of things, and I believe in reading, stuff like that. How many of you are like that? How many of you are like a spiritual person? I think spiritual people are so calm and collected, and I like you. And that's the kind of people I'd want to hang out with, because you're chill, and I think you're just like, yeah, you're cool. You know what I mean? You'll be alright to hang out with.
I respect Elphaba for going down the spiritual path to find God or whatever she wants to do, and like to hear that she believes in all that kind of stuff. It's good to have a grounding, and it's good to, explore your spirituality. And the fact that she's recognized, oh yeah, spiritual people, they're quite calm and collected. I can only give props to someone trying to find their spiritual grounding and their spiritual beliefs, It says, so go ahead, do that and learn from Elphaba. If you're going through something rough and someone's, going up and putting posters about you, revealing stuff, to quote, about your past, then finding God or finding your spirituality may be one of the only things that you can do. And on that note, my name's been Murray Zanny, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.